Hey gang, real quick, I want to talk about CAIN Velasquez being sentenced to 5 years. I want to get this out because everyone's clickbaiting this. He actually has 3 years of time served, so it's only going to be 2 additional years. 5 years is not that bad for what he did. Now, I know what people are going to say, like, fuck that guy, he sexually assaulted his son. However, in the justice system, there's a long-standing guideline that you cannot take justice into your own hand. CAIN Velasquez was facing a lot of time in prison for attempted murder, I think up to life in prison. I thought that they were going to throw the book at him because if there's one thing judges hate is when you take justice into your own hands. They believe that they are the purveyors of justice. I am the one who dishes out justice, not the public. And then they hit you with a harsh sentence. So I was a little worried that he was going to go away for a long time, especially given his age. You know, when you're around the age that he is, that can make a huge difference if you're incarcerated for 20 years. So 5 years, 3 years time served, 2 additional years, probably be out in half that or at least 2/3 of that with good behavior. Not too bad. So let's recap the case. So Velasquez was accused of shooting at a pickup truck carrying Harry Golart. The man accused of molesting Velasquez, then 4-year-old son at a daycare owned by his mother. During an 11-mile car chase on the afternoon of February 28, 2022, Golart was driven by his stepfather, Paul Bender, as they traveled from Morgan Hill to San Jose. Velasquez reportedly fired multiple rounds at the vehicle with a .40 caliber handgun that missed his intended target and struck Bender in the arm and torso. Velasquez was arrested without incident following the car chase. So when you kind of read that, like he's chasing the suspect down for 11 miles, he's trying to kill him, but he shoots the stepfather, who, by all purposes, especially in the eyes of the court of law, is an innocent bystander, shoots him twice and doesn't even hit his intended target. So, you know, as tough as Velasquez is, and you wouldn't want to run into him in a dark alley, he's definitely not going to be an assassin. So at the end of the day, he's not the best, you know, murderer with a gun. He'd kill you with his bare hands, but with a gun, you actually have better odds surviving an attack by Velasquez, statistically, with him shooting than you would with him physically fighting you. So, it'll be interesting to compare the sentence to Velasquez as to Golarte's, because that sentencing for the sexual assault is coming up in June. So it's always interesting to see. You have an attempted murder charge where he shot an innocent person, and you have a sexual assault of a 4-year-old in a daycare. Now, the reason why that one is obviously sexual assault is just atrocious, especially against a minor. Like, oh my God, like there's probably nothing worse you could do. And a minor that you're in care of. You have a daycare. They're supposed to be there. They're supposed to be safe. There's certain institutions that you shouldn't have to worry about the safety of your kids. Schools are one of them. I know school shootings is a big thing now, but schools are supposed to be a place where your kids feel safe. Daycares are a place where your kids feel safe. Hospitals are a kid where people feel safe, because these are vulnerable people, vulnerable communities in the care of adults. So when you violate that sanctity, you deserve big time jail sentence. I know the family of Velasquez is obviously upset. 2 years, although not a long time in the scheme of things, is going to be a long time for them to be without their father, their husband, their friend, family. So I understand it. But in the grand scheme of things, when we look at all the evidence, it's actually not too bad. He's obviously done 3 years and he made it through fine. You know, prison is not a good place to be, but it does help when you're a heavyweight UFC fighter. Hopefully people leave you alone. He can bounce back and, you know, get some career opportunities and put all those legal fees and all this stuff in the past. And hopefully come June, Golart gets sentenced, you know, 4 times that of CAIN Velasquez. So we'll see. Anyways, quickly wanted to give my thoughts on this video. Thanks again for watching. We'll be back soon. Thanks.